Oh, man. All right, guys. I hope you're ready for an adventure, because we're going down a dark path for the next group. We're going down a real dark path here, all right? And I apologize in advance. I hope you stick with me as we dive right into tier 3 of the Notorious S.C.Vs versus the Cattlebruisers. And I update my title to just tier 3. All right. Spawning here in the lower left-hand side with the blue S.C.Vs. Give it up for elspark. And his opponent with the green S.C.Vs. It's Ish the Fish. All right, guys. I know it's TVT, but hear me out. Hear me out. Hear me out. It's tier 3 TVT. This is going to be something to experience. Someone called Love Snow. Where is he? This is right up his alley. All right, TVT. So nothing's good. We just want Boris with TVT. Understandable. Understandable. All right. Forward barracks. Forward barracks into the natural. All right. Gas coming up. And this is nice and mirrored. These guys, they're playing the same TVT. All right, SCV is going to high five as they go on through. Just, how you doing? How you doing? You know? You know, the things SCVs do when they pass each other. All right, Ish the Fish. How bold are we being today? What? All right, guys. Remember when I said this is tier 3 TVT and anything goes? Just like Cole Porter once said? Yeah. Everything is, in fact, going. Like, why is the factory here? I don't understand. I don't understand. All right, elspark doing the more sensible thing. And dropping his natural where it belongs. All right, so he sees the factory, get built, lift up, and fly backwards. What was the point? Double starport Wraith? Huh? It's going to get immediately scouted here? What? Yeah. Wait for it. Wait for the confirmation. So now you just drop your armory, drop an engineering bay. Easy. Yeah. Well, the power of the Wraith build is it coming out without anyone knowing about it. And, yeah, that's kind of gone. Just, vultures can't kill my... Wraiths can't kill my vultures fast, and they can kill things. Maybe. Yeah, we're just waiting for the armory to come up. Machine shop gonna get range. Is this gonna be a big brain play? Is this gonna be you don't actually build Wraith? And then he just has Goliath and you build tanks? Build a Wraith. I think you gotta build one Wraith here. Or double control tower. Alright, guys. I'm not even going to pretend to understand this. He's doubling the control tower efforts. Double dropship? Like, what? Huh? Huh? Apologies for the ears. But what? Also use my code and get HelloFresh for 60% off. It's really great. What? Like, I get you get one Wraith, right? You get one Wraith here. You send it to kill the barracks. And then you, like, build a couple factories. You have some real good fun. But 3 Goliaths is all he needs to push back everything here. Maybe he built them to show. Love snow. Oh, you sweet innocent boy. You think this is 2-port Wraith. This was 2-port Wraith, and then it wasn't. And then it was for 1 round of production. And now it's not again. Because here comes the next factory. Academy. Science facility. Alright. What are you doing to me here, dude? Yeah. My brain is not nearly massively smooth enough for this. I mean, massive enough for this. Alright, so we have 4 tanks. 5 tanks, 2 Marines, and 2 Wraiths. Against tanks, Goliaths, and Vultures. Yes. Angry Dwarf, that is correct. This is the most pure matchup. This is 2 people just doing what they want, you know? They're not bound by the rules of you and me. He's going to make a single dropship now. He's going to make double dropship, guys. This man is not bound by the laws of mortals like us. Alright, here we are. 2 Wraiths versus 2 Goliaths. Hint, it goes poorly for the race. Everybody could have seen that coming. Alright, yeah, let's walk into 2 siege tanks and 3 unsieged tanks and lose. Let's go. This will be incredible. Do it for the content, boys. Yo, Pollux, thank you for the follow. Appreciate it, my dude. Alright, these rays are hiding. They're waiting to become guardians. They know this is a guardian map, so they're like, ooh, what if we become guardians? Alright, we're building a turret at the third. Alright, guys. Quad tank drops. Let's go. There is a single Goliath in the way. We could drop here. Actually, dropping here is not a bad idea. You can siege the mineral lines here and the production. But yeah, as for seriously, what's going on? I don't know. These guys are playing their own game here. Oh, took a little bit of damage there. You gotta unload. Dropships only work when you unload them. Small little glitch in the matrix. Well, I'm not going to say this is the worst drop, but the moment we lose the dropship, yeah, okay, now it might be the worst drop in the history of drops. It's close, at least. If it's not for sure, it is definitely close. All right, so what are we going to do now here, Ish? All right, we're just going to run in. All right, big dick Terran plays. Run in and siege up on top of them. Oh, look at the Marine go. Look at him go. Yeah, look at Jimmy go. Oh, man. This is awkward. You lost the fight. You're not supposed to lose the fight. All right, tank bombing. This is the unit you think of when you think of bombing, for sure. All right. Third base coming on up here for elspark. Third CC hasn't even been thought. All right, we got 4 S.C.Vs on gas. Double dropship production. Oh, there is a third command center. Look at him, guys. Thinking ahead. You're going to fly that right into a turret and it's going to die. All right, who wants to take bets on if this command center dies to that to this missile turret? Because I think it's possible. I genuinely think it to be possible. Sieged tanks better than unsieged tanks. All right, double drop getting turned back by a single random turret. Oh, I mean, now this command center is definitely dead. There's Goliaths here. And Goliaths insta-kill everything. That's just a known fact. Oh, come on, turret. All right, half health. That's kind of impressive. Oh, please, lose stuff into this turret. Come on. Lose more stuff into turrets. This is hilarious. This is truly exactly what I want Terran to be doing. Yeah, he's taking this base too. He's like, ah, fuck it. You know, I got to get turrets up here. Might as well take it. Oh, please. Oh, please. Come on. Give it to me, baby. Oh, he's going to be stealthy about it. All right, he doesn't lose a dropship yet. 3, 2. Oh, look at him. Look at this big IQ play. Oh, no. What are you going to do now? Just shoot our friends. That's what we're going to do. Thank you, Light Swarm. Oh, got one of the dropships. Nice. Rip these 2 tanks. Actually, they're going to survive a bit longer here. But this is one hell of a contain. 2 tanks, 3 tanks. Oh, man. If either of the guys spent their money, they might be able to do something. How does this guy have 7 kills? Thank you. Someone put an end to his madness. Yep, that didn't go great. You know, if Fish Boy here had all of the supply that he's lost in drops in army supply here, he could break this with just A moving. Just literal 1A, 2A, 3A, 4A. And he would break this. No questions asked. But he's working with like half the supply he should be. And he's still going to break it. Oh. Nice, nice. Oh, beautiful. You love to see it. Look at these spider mines doing spider miney things. All right. Oh, there's another hidden base. I mean, this one's not really so hidden, I guess. It's not really a hidden base. This one's definitely a hidden base. All right, we're going to try and retake this base finally. All right, big S.C.V train. Oh, look at all of the S.C.Vs coming in. Yeah, the main is a little empty right now. Good work, tank. Good work. All right. Lots of race. Big Wraith energy. This can't end poorly at all for anybody. No, stop. Stop dropping, please. Please learn your lesson. S.C.V's doing a little dance line there. And, yeah. So, elspark here. He's got 5, 6 bases. This is disrespectful. All right, this is just downright damn disrespectful. And I love it. He has 6 bases, but only 60 workers. This year, mining on 2 bases, has 82 workers. This man has not let off of the S.C.V button since the beginning of the game. No, baby, baby. I want it bad. Hit me, baby, one more time. Dude, there's actually a one of the bass players I know locally. His band, when they play, they'll do that song, and he'll do slap bass to it because he's the greatest fucking bass player out there. So he'll play slap bass to Britney Spears, and it sounds so good. All right, so yeah, Ish, you're gonna need to do something here soon. But also, L needs to build some S.C.Vs. Or at least get these guys a moving. Oh, barracks, just move like here. All right. Command center flies right past the barracks. Beautiful. Come on, yeah, build one more round of S.C.Vs. Not even a full round. More ports. Oh, we're going up to... You know what time it is. There's only 1 point that TVT can end up at. And I am fairly sure... Oh, hey, look. He tried another drop. This one actually just... This is just pure Arbiter energy at this point. Like, it is just YOLO as much as you can through its defenses and hope for the best. Alright. If we're going to go for the big battle cruiser energy here, we're going to need more workers. Because unfortunately, big battle cruiser takes a lot more workers. Alright. These tanks are going to make short work of that Goliath force. That's unfortunate considering how strong Goliaths are. For every Goliath you kill, they find one of your family members. So, you know, you got to be careful around Goliaths, man. They are crazy people. Well, I mean, it would be topical if our Cattlebruiser boy built battle cruisers. It does make a lot of sense. Alright, this is how you lose all your race. 2 S.C.Vs repairing well out DPS the Wraith. Or out heal it, I guess. Alright, yep. The science facility is moving. Control towers are building. Come on, one time only. I need some BBC energy. Big battle cruisers, baby. Get your mind out of the gutter. Damn it, chat. All right, physics lab. Physics lab. Physics lab. All right, you know what that means. Goliath range coming up here. He thinks he's just dealing with a few mild race. Oh, how naive. Ish has no gas. What? What is happening here? This doesn't make you more gas. This just means you're making less minerals. Yeah, funny enough, queuing for gas doesn't get you more gas. 6 on gas. Oh, hello, Mr. Big Drop. No, you built the physics lab. You don't win with a drop. No, you best not be winning here. All right, we keep up half our army loaded in shuttles, so that way we can drop it on our opponent's drops. Big brain. Give me the friggin' Cattlebruisers. That's all I want. All I want is a place to call my own, you know? All I want is a place to call my own. All right, another starport coming. There we go. Let's go. It's not TVT without the biggest Cattlebruisers around. Guys, we've made it. We've made it to the point in TVT where we get Cattlebruisers. This is exciting. That's a lot of tanks in one spot. It's not very efficient. Alright. We're going to wait a second. I see what you did there. We're going to wait. Wait. Come on. Nice. 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 Whoa. Nice. Nice. The Wraith Voice does not work nearly as well as it should, I feel like. Like, I feel like the Wraith Voice should give a really good nice, but it just doesn't. You can't out-repair against a Goliath, you fools. Alright, well, we've built battle cruisers. I don't think they'll see action, because I think the game is, for all intents and purposes, over. Alright, here comes the greatest Doom Drop to ever Doom Drop. Oh, and we lose one of the shuttles before we even unload. Let's go. You love to see it. Alright, so simply you wait for this battlecruiser and then you just shoot everything. Mr. Battlecruiser. Mr. Battlecruiser. Come on. Boom. Boom. The thing is that it's... You could not pay me enough to think that this was how the game plan was. I think the game just kind of ended up like this. Oh, yes. Let's feed everything into a fucking meat grinder. Oh, yeah. Look at that. Look at that meat grinder. Oh, my God. That was a hell of a shot. Yes, that is true. Alright. And, yeah. I think the supply speak... I was going to say the supply speaks for itself, but so does the fact that we are not mining at all right now. Yeah. To say this game is, over? A little bit of an understatement. He has a command center here. Why is he rebuilding one? What? Alright, Cattlebruisers show up. And this is just this is the get out of my game moment, guys. Alright, 2 tanks down here are definitely the get out of my game moment. GG is finally called. Elspark takes game number 1. Let's go. Yes. Yes. It says a lot about Ish. For sure. I don't know what it says about Ish, but it does in fact say something about Ish. Hey guys, look at these cool guys. Look at these guys. Look at this. You can go get the discount. Wink. All right. There's the sponsored segment. And now, cheers. All right. My throat needed a little bit of liquid refreshment. That was a lot of TVT. Let's get a lot more TVT. Spawning here in the top right hand side with the green S.C.Vs. Ish the fish. Let's go. And his opponent in the bottom right hand side. The man who loves his big battle cruisers. It's elspark. Wait a minute. Wait just a damn minute. Alright, guys. Alright, guys. Stay it with me. BBS. 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 This is about as aggressive of fucking... Are you just scouting? Or... No, he's fucking... Bro! How much more in your face can a BBS get? If this doesn't immediately get scouted, I'm gonna be upset. This S.C.V is a bit late. But the idea is here. BBS. BBS. Build it like the third here. Or the third here. Right here is like the worst spot. Hell. Take this one, put it here. It'd be better. No. 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 What? Are you kidding me? I have never been proven so wrong like that. I feel disrespected. How is this the only right spot to put the barracks? What the fuck? How? How is this the right spot? Oh, yeah, just put it here. That's the exclusive scout path that elspark takes. I feel absolutely disrespected in my own home. All right. Marine shooting the building, not the other guy with the gun that he could probably win the fight against. Remember, if we trade out 1-to-1 on Marines, that favors Ish because he's building 2 Marines. And 2 is greater than 1. Alright, here comes 3 Marines. Come on. Oh, he right-clicked that Marine, so they all stopped when it died. Oh, no, S.C.V, what are you doing? All right, now just any amount of kiting. Oh, good catch. All right. 1 bunker versus 5 Marines. Come on, boys. Oh, Vulture, though. Vulture's a great unit in a moment like this. Oh, if we can shoot. Throw those rocks. Come on, Vulture, man. Throw them rocks. Oh, GG. GG is respected. Ish, the fish, taps out. Rip the 2 racks. Rip the dream. GG. Rip the dream. All right, guys. We did it. We made it through a TVT. I promise I would never, ever, ever in my life put you through something like that again. All right, guys? All right? How about we have a little bit of a schmirk before we go too far? Def not another tonight. No, never. I would never give you guys another TVT. I don't know. That's on you. You need better contact. That sounded a little too suggestive. Or did it not sound enough suggestive? Nah. All right. I mean, this is a great way to get a contact high. You contact the smoke with your lips. And you get a contact high. Ta-da! Alright, guys. I got a confession to make, alright? Please don't kill me. I love you all. Spawning here in the top. Center. Give it up for Mick. With the blue S.C.Vs. And his opponent in the bottom left with the green S.C.Vs. Or teal. Give it up for Silverwolf. Alright. For the record, I messaged Love Snow about 3 or 4 minutes into the first game. And he never replied to me. Yeah, I messaged him at 8:24. You free to co-cast some tier 3 TVT? He never replied. This is Love Snow's group. It would have been perfect. Yo, thank you for the sub. Thank you. It's appreciated. Careful. I might actually be almost professional at this point. People are subbing. People listen to what I have to say. They're active in chat. I don't know what to do. Yeah, you're not that late. You're only like probably the halfway point of this stream, if I had to guess. Alright, guys. TBT. Not a lot is happening. Well, we are trying to wall here, which is very interesting. Meanwhile, Mick is going for much more standard. Taxes. Who cares about taxes? Taxes are for nerds. Which is why I have a tax person who's a nerd. And she is very nice. And she does all the paperwork. Not having a tax person, very much a good idea. Dude. I honestly, if I had the receipt still, I probably could claim crypto losses this year. Fuck. That would have been a good idea. Damn it, Lightstorm, where were you 2 months ago? Well, like a month and a half ago when I was doing my taxes. Yeah, my manager told me about a CPA he goes to, and oh, they're very nice there. I walked in with a handful of papers, just several 1099s, a couple W-2s, all of my miscellaneous write-offs. And I went, here you go. And they went, all right, there you go, good luck. And then I got some money back, which I kind of didn't expect this year. Between Twitch and gigging, I did not actually expect to get money back from state or federal. And I got from both. And it was great. But now I put everything into a business, and the business just makes money. In theory. Alright, we stole a refinery here. And we don't cancel it. 10 out of 10. Alright, Vulture's coming on up. It's Vulture time. It's Vulture time. Yeah, Mick is tier 3. I don't know. I don't make the rules. I just break them. One of these days, I'm actually going to put... Look, APM means nothing. Especially TBT. You're moving siege tanks around. You know what he's doing? He's just like... Brrr, Q click, Q click. He's just move click, move click, move click. He is just spamming. There is no EAPM in there at all. Like, they are absolutely basically tied up. Actually, Silverwolf has taken a worker lead, while Mick has gone for army advantage. And, yeah, like, there's not a whole lot of difference. The APM means nothing right now. In a fight, it might mean something, but we'll see. Yeah, we'll see how it comes down to control. My throat is a little dry. All right, Engineering Bay and Academy coming up here. 2 fact with the Armory. All right, Vulture Wars, Starport. Ooh, a drop perhaps? Maybe slightly less crazy than our last Terran who did drops that also had the teal color. They had a green color. It's basically the same thing. Alright, Goliath online. Look at this bad boy. He's ready to mess up anything you send through the air. Battle cruisers, he can take them. Carriers, not a problem. Are you kidding? He is ready for everything. And he's going on an adventure. I'm going on an adventure. Why the hell is his rally all the way over here? What are you doing, my dude? S.C.V gets in and gets a fairly decent scout. Third CC coming up. Science facility. All right. Yeah, so it is going to be a drop ship here. Should be, at least. Siege mode. All right, this is actually what becomes a very good fight for Silver. Oh, and then it turns sour again because he doesn't go to the high ground. All right, what's the point of a starport with a control tower right now? Now you build a dropship after you lose a bruh. What are you doing? I guess you're building more, so whatever, but second port. All right. Now that's spicy. Command center coming on up. On location. I feel like that's worth pointing out right now. Yeah. Yeah. That is a very good point. This little Sim City is cute and all, but why did you unload the vulture? I guess it's the hurt one. It's the Johnny Cash hurt one. I hurt myself today. 3 port. Oh. We're rushing BCs. All right, great work, great work. All right, incredible. And we're taking this base. What is happening? Throws a rock at a Marine. Yeah, throws a rock at him. Ching. Did the Cattlebruisers have a meeting this week? Like, dude, everyone's got to build BC. Dude, you're on 2 bases. You are on 2 bases. You cannot afford 3, 4, 5, 6 port battle cruisers. This does not count as a base yet. Oh, God. Tier 3, give me... Lord, give me strength for this tier 3. Dude, same, honestly. Whatever he's on seems like a good time. NZX here to cheer on against the Cattlebruisers. Alright, you see this. What is your initial response? Terran players, go. What do you do when you see this? Alright, well, if McTerran didn't know, now he knows. Because if you don't know, now you know. What is it with starports being like so aggressively built? Is it truly a factor of barracks is scouting them all, or is it just that they've built an abnormal amount of starports, and therefore they've been scouted because they're just everywhere? All right, well, good news is a battle cruiser still going to lose to a Goliath because Goliaths are what we call good. Yeah, oh, yes, he's building an armory because he can afford upgrades. Guys, because he's going to afford fucking 5, 7 ports and upgrades. No. That's a no from me, dog. All right. What's the plan? We've got these battlecruisers. We're producing 4 battlecruisers at a time. That's about as Gucci as it's getting. You mean you'd have a macro player? I think that's what you mean to say. You'd have a player who just can macro. That's what you mean to say. Who would have thunk? This is a spot for a command center. Not a particularly good one, but it is one. All right, so what do you do when five battle cruisers with 3 more on the way just kind of show up and ruin your day? Land the barracks. Land the barracks. Giga Chad play. They'll never get in now. Oh, man, if only we had a bunch of battle cruisers to come and help right now. Yeah, this is about how I expected the fight to go. Yeah. 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 This is unfortunate. This is a cool thing, but this is like, my dude. If you had gone up to 3 ports, you'd take these 4 starports out of the equation. You might have been able to afford enough battle cruisers to win this fight. And you know, he's like, huh, what went wrong here? I had so many battle cruisers. How did I lose the fight? Because you know, a Terran who does this is very confused that he lost. I mean, yeah, it's a lot of battle cruisers for 13 minutes, but like... And with that, Silverwolf's going to tap out. GG. Battle Cruiser Man not taking the game. That's incredibly unfortunate for one of us. All right. Well, that was an interesting TVT. You're welcome, guys. Tier 3 TVT. It's what you wanted, right? I'm generous. I'm giving you great TVT. And you people just don't even want it. You know what you do want? You want HelloFresh. No, that was a cool build. It was fun to see. It was very interesting. Eventually. You most certainly can eventually. Unfortunately, that was just game 1. We do have a bit more TVT to go. We have the rest of the series. Which, if you build more battle cruisers, might be 3 games. Dude, same though. Well, Yamato was building. It just wasn't ready yet. If Mick waits 30 seconds longer, all the Goliaths are dead. Jameson's good, guys. In case you never tried it, Mr. Jameson himself recommended it to me. Jameson is good. All right, guys, let's get into game number 2 between these crackhead Terrans. Spawning here in the top right-hand side. Slightly less crackhead. Slightly just a reasonable Terran player. Give it up for Mick. And the man doing enough crack for all of us with fucking 7-port BC production at 13 minutes. Give it up for Silverwolf. The walkout. Lincoln Park. 100%. I don't know why. I don't know what convinced me of that, but in my head, it just instantly Lincoln Park. We're talking like Minutes to Midnight album. We're not talking like Metro or anything. Like, we're talking Minutes to Midnight kind of album. I don't know. It's just what I see instantly in my head. Oh, let's see. Minutes to Midnight. It's actually a great album. Don't at me. We're looking at such great songs like Wake, Leave It All to Rest, Bleed It Out, classic. Shadow of the Day, What I've Done. Now, What I've Done feels a lot more like a paper cut. Yo. No More Sorrow, Valentine's Day, In Pieces. In Pieces are the little things that give you away, actually. Might be good. But then he made a few Goliaths, bruh. Hey, Frosty. But yeah, no, I don't know. It's just something about Minutes to Midnight. It's just screaming crackhead Terran vibes. And no, not because that was my childhood and teenage years, but that's totally unrelated. Guys, why would you even say something like that? What is wrong with you? Can't believe you'd ever say something like that. Oh, chat, come on. All right, wall versus no wall again. And as we... It's so Moorish. Good work. Good work, S.C.V. Good work. This guy over here is like, I'm going to build me a wall. S.C.V.'s like, no, you're not. No, you're not. No, you're not. Get out of here with that wall. All right, this Marine gets a kill. Look at him. Look at me, boss. I got a kill. All right, bit of a supply block. 18 out of 18. Classic, classic. All right, now the question is, does he hit 44 out of 44 after 18 out of 18? I feel like if you go into one, you have to go into the other. Yeah, I just feel like them's the rules, you know? All right, CC's coming up for both players. Silver's quite a bit quicker. All right, straight to machine shop. Interesting. No vultures. Vultures are for nerds. And what are we doing with our money here? Oh, we got our gas leak. That's the issue. Our factory is so late now. Holy crap. Honestly, bring an S.C.V, drop a rack here, and just 2 racks. Your gas is way too late. Just suck it up, Buttercup. Do what every good Terran does and all in at this point. Academy, much earlier than we needed it. So much headroom in our supply. It's beautiful. I mean, it's proper that you have headroom on National Steak and Blowjob Day, but, you know, I mean, whatever your weekend plans are, good luck. Yes, that is a thing. Go ahead and Google it in a different tab. Keep this tab open. Well, maybe don't Google it. Depends on where you are. You probably should open an incognito tab if you're going to Google that one. Yes, it's the greatest internet. It's truly what brings the globe together. It's something that all the important countries can agree upon. Dude. Yeah, happy Pie Day. I wanted to get me some pie, and I didn't. And I'm really sad that I didn't get pie on the way home. Yeah, I should have stopped at least at McDonald's, gotten the apple pies. You know, something at least. I made a mistake. Alright. Going straight into Goliath with range. He does not trust this starport. Despite seeing several more factories. Come on, boys. You'll figure it out eventually. Really? Yeah, he can't click on the starport. Big rip. Instant leave. Really? Already? You're leaving? Really? Ah, GG. Oh, TVT do be like that, don't it? Some people say TVT don't be like that, but it really do, don't it? I just love the really already. Alright, guys. No more TVT. From here on out, no more TVT. Man was playing an NR20. Oh my god. So I was playing in a fun tournament. This was like a year ago, right? I was playing in this was a small tourney for a Starcraft 2 creator, right? And it was like all of his Patreon supporters, which I was one of at the time. And so I was playing in it. And I was playing against this one guy who's not very good at the game. But like, he was right about my level, because I also suck at the game. And I had made a joke in the lobby about NR10. And he's like, alright, let's do NR10. And I showed up at like 9:30 with an army. And he's like, bro, I thought we were NR10. And he got like kind of salty about it. I'm like, dude, I was being sarcastic. And so for months, he'd be like, bro, I thought it was an NR10. I'm like, damn it. So yes, watch out. If you say NR10 or NR20, they're going to believe you. I still feel bad about that, to be totally honest. Like, I didn't do anything wrong. I was being sarcastic, and I was totally in the right. But I still feel a little bit bad. All right, guys. I think we need to get TVT off our palettes. Let's go ahead and get into a game series so we can just forget about TVT and watch something truly incredible instead. Spotting here in the top center with the pink probes. Give it up for our boy nOm.Breeze. Remember, guys, nOm wins, we drink. nOm loses, we drink, because his opponent's also playing nOm. Joke's on you, we're double drinking. It's Zel. Oh, baby. Get your drinks out. Alright, guys. PVT. Much more interesting than TVT. Because there's these alien people called the Protoss. And they have really strong units. And it's going to make it a lot more fun. Alright, also, if you don't know Breeze, he streams pretty regularly, actually. Well, he streams a lot. I don't know how consistent his schedule is. I've never really looked. But he does stream quite a bit. Show him some love, guys. If you see him online, show him some love. All right, guys. What are we gonna get? We're gonna get a not a wall. This wasn't it. This is a thing. Yo, Pure Be Gold. Welcome. I feel like I recognize that name. I feel like you've been around before. Yeah, you have been. You just haven't followed. Welcome. Chad Taryn. Welcome. Chad Taryn's here just in time for Taryn to win. Thank you for the follow, my dude. Alright, so this is just a one gate, no zealots. Nothing fancy. We'll probably... Well, we could skip a marine here. I don't think we should, but I think we could. And go straight into the factory. Although, we only got 2 on gas. That's not a great way to... Alright. Skip marine, go for the command center. Get the marine, float 300 minerals. Also a great idea. Oh, Terrence. How I love you. Alright, Goon coming up here. We are going to first scout, so we'll know what we're up against at least. Always good to know what you're up against. Alright, Goon range. Queuing up a second Goon does not count as macro. I feel like I have to say this every series now. Factory coming up. Alright, build a barracks. Build a barracks. Could you imagine if you dropped to barracks right now like an absolute Giga Chad? We're going to lose to a Goon here. This might be a very short PvT, guys. Why are you running away, Breeze? You win this fight. It's a little painful, but you win this fight. Second factory coming down. So we are just going to 2-fact here. Double machine shop. Any machine shop believers in chat? All right, CC going down. Hello, what are you guys doing over here? Hello, goons? Are you awake? What? Ha! What? What? Alright, for those who are just as confused as I am, welcome to Tier 3. You must be new here. I'm confused for a purpose. Alright, 3 racks, or 3 fact. Interesting. 1 marine. No bunker. I don't want to say we're doing something wrong here, but I think we're kind of doing something wrong here. All right, mass vultures with speed. Why are we going home? Genuinely, why are we going home? It's just vultures and a single marine. You kill this marine, you walk in, you stand right here, and you laugh. You laugh in the face of danger. Observatory coming on up. 3 gates. All right, lots of volts coming up here. I mean, I guess the doors are wide open if you go around, right? Coming around, you can get a load of worker kills here. And you can dive in the main, you get a load more. All right, there's potential. All right, Citadel's coming up, so we are going to continue teching here for the Protoss. Dude, build the barracks, please. This would be hilarious at this point. Ah, yes, the 7-minute bunker. That's the standard timing, right, guys? Right, chat? No NG bay. So this observer will get free reign of the whole base for as long as it wants. You guys want to explain that? Hello? Throwing rocks at our buildings now? Absolutely disrespectful. Come on, vultures. You're better than that. Alright, and Breeze is having, for lack of a better word, a breeze of this game. Is our Robo literally just rallied to his natural? It is. What? Alright, I mean, it's not a bad idea. It's just, if there was a turret here, we would have lost both observers. Stargate, Templar Archives, Forge. Get them upgrades, get them arbiters. Except, we're just now getting our first tank. What's to stop all these goons from just winning the game right now? Couple of mines that are being detected. Some vultures that aren't doing work at all. Very good goon spread. This is... yeah, he's got all his bases covered at this point. Literally and metaphorically. There's the Arbiter Tribunal. Our scans are just now coming up. The 9-minute scans. Man's ready for recalls in ways that nobody else is. Because 9-minute recall is kind of impractical. Breeze could do with a bit more gas. Yeah, I think he realized it just the moment I did. He's like, man, I have no gas for anything. Why? Alright, scans out the third. Doesn't scan out the tack. Doesn't scan out the gateway count. Oh, yeah, he's got a third. Alright. That's all I need to know for now. Dozen vultures. Gonna all lose to 4 goons on the high ground. We've built 3 tanks. Terrans, don't take notes. Whatever you're doing, Terrans, don't take notes. It's a good thing Love Snow isn't here for this. Love Snow would be yelling at you guys. Alright, well, we finally get into the natural, which is undefended. And despite bleeding off 3/4 of our vultures to get here, we're going to get a few kills. And by few, I literally mean like 3 or 4. Well, these vultures are uncontested. Why are you laying mines there? That's the dumbest spot for mines. No unit will ever be over here. Yeah, they're going to get infinite kills. This whole mineral line is done. Alright, Protoss is just going to push through this and win. I find this very interesting. How many worker kills this is getting. I genuinely find that a little too interesting. Except the part where he's got no way of dealing with the Protoss army that's coming. Alright, 15 and 14. That's 29 worker kills, guys. Sorry, 30 worker kills, guys. Alright. So, this is an all-in. This is officially the allest of ends. three observers here, guys. Four observers, guys. Oh, you can't afford to unsiege in a moment like that. Oh, and he tried to siege again. Why? Oh, no, Zel. Oh, no. Despite doing a fair amount of work over here, it doesn't really matter because, yeah, you just lost the game. Also, chat, you lost the game. If you're old enough to remember the game, you lost it. GG is called. And GG it is indeed. Bree's going to go ahead and just stay in for a minute. Kill some things, it looks like. Yo, Mad, thank you for the follow. Appreciated. 30 probes? Doesn't matter. Who needs probes? Probes are overrated. Get them out of here. We're just here for killing. And that is what goons do best. God, that was a good game, though. That was very well played by both sides. I mean, there was attempts. For Tier 3, it was very well played by both sides. Don't forget to stretch, guys. We've been sitting for quite some time. In fact, I think I'm going to take a hit, and then I'm going to throw a BRB. Well, no, I'll finish this series, and then I'm going to go BRB, because I need a break. My voice needs a break. My poor voice is dying. Dad, I really love this attachment. Everything just burns so well in it. It's magnifique. All right, here we go. No, here we go. Oh, I'm not using the right bumper. I just totally realized that. Rip the VOD, rip Dada. Rip my casting career, guys. I'm about to get banned from CPL. But until I get banned, we're still casting in the top right-hand side. With the ugly S.C.Vs, give it up for Zel. And in the bottom right with the pink probes, give it up for Breeze. Our fellow streamer. Both of these boys are fellow nomers. You know, they're all about the nom life. Like they should be. All right. Build that pylon. There it is. All right, we're gonna. Oh, we're walling the main. All right, all right. Understandable. The natural wall is just a little bit annoying with the rocks nowadays. I mean, I get breaking the full wall is a bit of a balance thing, but I liked it. I thought it was fine. But I play Zerg, so what does it matter to me? Alright, so depot goes here, and that's... I feel like that's not link tight, guys. Or, well, I guess it doesn't matter if it's worker tight or link tight, because zealots shouldn't be able to fit through here. And I guess it's all that really matters in a matchup like this. Alright. Scout going on down. Oh, guys, we got the mythical Nexus first. What, chat? Can you believe it? The mythical Nexus first. 12 supply. And Nexus like a Giga Chad. There's the gateway. There's the gas. On a 2-player map. Guys, on a 2-player map. Alright. Drop the second barracks. Get ready. There's only one correct response here. You drop a second barracks right now. No, seriously. Like, you literally drop a second racks, and then you build a bunker, and you win. What are you doing, Marine? Like, Protoss is literally useless to stop this right now. Alright, 2-gate, core coming up here. Alright, Zealots here. Probes are going to try and transfer. What are you doing? Marine! What is your malfunction, Marine? What are you doing? Alright, this is a thing. Yeah. This is a thing. The S.C.V too cowardly to jump out. Marine immediately dies. S.C.V survives. What a Giga Chad, guys. He's like, I don't give a fuck. I'm a survivor. And, yeah, we killed, like, what, 1? 2 probes? And we banked up a lot of resources in the middle of that. That is what we, in the biz, refer to as not worth it. So now the real question becomes, what do you do on the back of this, right? Well, I guess you put your S.C.V in the corner and wait for an opportunity to cheese. That's what I assume, at least. All right, Protoss probe count. Nice and healthy. Terran just starting their command center. Second fact on the way. Mine's coming up here. All right. Who's out coming out? We've got goons, though. Third gateway down. All right. Zella is killed by a Vulture Marine. But 4 goons is enough to stop that, right? Right. Right. Ah, yeah. It's 100% enough to stop it. Right, guys? Especially with range. Robo coming up here. And this is the part where he goes, oh, everyone says it's so easy to all in a Protoss right after they take Nexus first. But I do it and I lose. Yeah, it's because you're doing it like 2 minutes late. And wrong. Yeah, I think this is definitely Breeze's game. I mean, with the Nexus first, you're always, like, favored, right? Alright, we can eat a mine. That's always cool. Oh, no! This is a great way to lose a game. That's an incredible way to throw. Observatory coming up. Hello. Hello, boys. Oh, I might cast it Thursday, depending on what it is. I know some tier 3 groups are captured for the weekend, so I'll have to double check. All right, 4th gateway coming down. Observatory finishing up, so we should be able to start seeing these mines. This S.C.V still just chilling. Alright, still on 3 fact for now. Lots of mines. Siege mode just about done. Templar archives. Honestly, a couple of invisible men around the outside, should be just what the doctor ordered in terms of wrapping this game up nice and cleanly. All right, we're going to try and break out here. This is a lot of mines, but only one tank. This comes down to a bit of micro. Oh, micro's illegal here. All right, this involves us sacrificing our dragoons. Just as few as possible. Alright, that only cost us most of our dragoons. Alright, guys, this is not macro. This is not macro. Alright, command center coming up here. 9 o'clock. 4th fact. Still floating 2,000 resources, though. I think that's a sign you need more production. Now, I mean, I'm not the best at the game, but I understand, you know, this is when you need more production. If you're not going to do your macro cycles at the proper time, make sure you have enough production to burn all that money when you do a macro cycle. That's the real secret. Alright, these probes barely avoid detection. Oh, but that blocks off a whole mineral patch. Bro. Could have done like cannon and still had this mineral patch. And the vultures wouldn't be able to get up on your workers. Rip. That's unfortunate. Breeze actually doing a really good job of spending out his money. Storm on the way. Alright. Classic Minesweeper. My favorite kind. Oh, that looked painful. You know what the funny part is? I think Breeze's game sense is probably what he needs to work on a little bit. Yeah. Get the observatory. Don't build observers. But I think, honestly, a couple of DTs round the outside of the map, and I think you win this game very quickly. You scouted this with... You do have observers. Timeout. Pause the game. Hold up. We have 2 observers here, and we're still eating mines. Bro. What the fuck? All right, Terran is starting to get this base up here. And that'll be very nice for him. I mean, extra money is always good money. All right, observer just seeing what's going on. It's going to get all of the knowledge. All right, we're starting to get some mines out. All right, scanned out the third. That's an important scan at this point. You got to know what your opponent's economy is looking like right about now. Unfortunately for our Pro Dust player Breeze here, he doesn't actually know what Zel's economy looks like because he hasn't scouted that base yet. Oh, man. What a friendly fire shot. All right. High Templar here. They have the Storms. They are the Weathermen. They are the highest of Templars. They have smoked the most of the weed. Well, that was a whoops. I don't care who you are. That is a whoops. I mean, that's not inaccurate. Generally, you don't sacrifice units because it's bad macro. Oh my god! What? Who needs Storm? It's called the Mind Drag. It's the new High Templar ability. Look at them. Look at the Chads. Who needs Storm when we have Mind Drag? That was incredible. And we spent a lot of time killing this eBay instead of the tanks and vultures that are running by. Oh, good work. Oh, man. They're basically free storms. Now that energy bay is done. And we didn't build a single turret. We have 4. We have 4 observers, guys. He has built 4 observers. I just hit my microphone there. He's built 4 observers, guys. None of them are in the right spot. Literally none of them. Oh, 5. Sorry. He's got 4 in the main and 1 in the natural. What? Oh, he scans them too. He knows they're there. And the Goliath came over here to kill him. Are you kidding me? Bruh. Like, I get it's getting late for me, but like, what time did these guys play at? Yeah, I mean, I guess if there's enough observers, this is the you can't catch all of us mentality. This is what started the raid on Area 51. Is that you literally can't catch all of us. All right, apparently Love Snow was asleep earlier. He just responded. This bunker's empty. Hey, look, he scans him out again. He doesn't kill a single one. GG is called. Alright, Breeze is taking his moment to just keep killing Terran stuff. GG's. Well. Oh, man. That was a series, guys. That was, in fact, a series. Alright, this week's looking good for the Notorious S.C.Vs. But we have a rule here in NOM 1. Smells like whiskey on an empty stomach. Comfortably numb. Fun fact, Comfortably Numb is a lament song about how he was drugged up by doctors with like opiates essentially before he would play. Fun fact. Like that the entire album The Wall is a huge lament, and I love it because the thing that brings it all together is Another Brick in the Wall Part 3, where he's like, I don't need any of this. And then like he wants to break out. And then when you learn that there's times where they performed The Wall when they were on tour, they literally built a wall between them and the audience. And it's just like, oh my God, it's so well written. All right, no, Dark Side of the Moon's the best album. The Wall is one of the greatest stories ever told in music. The Dark Side of the Moon, though, I'm a sucker for it, I'll admit. There's no more TVTs, guys. TVTs are done for the night. Don't you worry. We have one more thing to do. We have two more things to do before the next series. First, Nom lost, so we got to drink. All right, the second thing we got to do is stand up, because I haven't stood up in like hours. So I'm going to take a quick break. When I get back, we've got two more series, so don't go too far. We are back. I'm glad that I noticed in time that I'm using the wrong transition, and I also still haven't fixed it. I'm going to hear about it tomorrow. It's going to be hilarious. If you haven't checked it out yet, HelloFresh. If you're a new subscriber or have a new email, you can go ahead and sign up with the code or the link. It's in the chat somewhere. I'm sure that it might be somewhere for you guys. Go ahead and sign up. You get a huge discount, by the way. It's 60% off plus free shipping. And I have used HelloFresh. Thumbs up. There you go. That's my sellout, guys. I'm done selling out. Selling out's actually super boring. But unfortunately, I got to be an adult. So I got to do a little bit of the selling out. But you know what? You know what the payment is for selling out, guys? The payment is no Terrans at all in this next series. No Terrans anywhere to be seen. Thank the good Lord. We are done with Terrans, at least for the moment. Yeah, I know. It's great. You can sign up for a new account and get 60% off. Yeah, that. Use that, chat. Hey, Love Snow. No Terrans. I'm out. You show up for the one series, this group, that doesn't have Terrans. You miss 2 TVTs, a TVP. You show up for the ZVZ, and you're going to miss another TVP. Good work, Love Snow. I love you, buddy. I hope you enjoyed your resting time. Let's get into some ZVZ, though. All right, spawning here in the lower left-hand side with the red drones. Give it up for Throne of Bone. And in the lower right with the gray drones, give it up for Tachometr. He was here in chat earlier. I feel bad because he was here way too early for his games to be cast. But he's a cool guy. I'm so tired I took a nap. Well, if you want, to hop in for the last series. I was gonna say if you want to play a ladder game, then you can hop in for the last series, and then you can co-stream it, and then I'll raid you. If you're streaming tonight, I don't know if you're streaming, so if you are, let me know. Otherwise, I'll just continue casting as I normally do, and then harass some other poor streamer. All right, guys, ZVZ, I love it. What's the plan? There's an overlord here. There's no overlord here. Oh, it's just late. What? How are you late on the most basic of things? Time to go full Love Snow these people. The overlord is fucking raw. All right, our hatchery isn't rallied. That's cool. All right. We are droning up a storm here on both sides. You know, so from that, there is no defending yourself. All right, hatch. What are these two doing? All right, so this is a 11, 10, 9, and this is a 12, 12. All right, we're gonna see some gaming here, guys. We're gonna see some true ZVZ here. In that, I don't know what's happening. You don't know what's happening. Some lings are going to fight, and then someone's going to GG. That's my prediction for the next 5 minutes. All right, cancels the sunken. Gets over here, sees the timing. All right. Taco just now getting some gas. Meanwhile, thrown over here, getting his gas already, so he'll be able to go to that lair much sooner. He's going Ling speed. All right. Forget anything I say, guys. I'm sorry for talking. Clearly, I'm just wrong. This guy's going Ling speed with a lot of Lings. Tachometr over here, he understands how this goes. Dude, the +1 melee is a great build. All right? I will hear none of this. No, you're good. So this is going to be layer into mutas, it looks like. As long as he can protect this sunken. And over here, we are just getting a lot of Lings. What are we going to do now? We're getting our natural. All right, that's weird. Who gets a natural on ZVZ? It's all about the greater one base all in. I don't play ZVZ to macro. Oh. All right, I play ZVZ to macro. No one else plays ZVZ to macro. Get it out of here. Oh, hello. Whoops. Wrong neighborhood. Sorry. We're going home. We saw nothing. We heard nothing. All right, now you drop your Spire here to make sure you can't get into your mineral line. Oh, we're going to take a weird old fight. All right, this is in range of the sunken, though. Oh, my God, we lose all of our Lings. Oh, no. Like I said, some stuff's going to happen. Lings are going to fight. Now we're just missing that GG here. Oh, we lose the spawning pool. Oh, no, guys. Taco, this is not looking good. This is not looking good, my Taco. All right, both of these Lings is speedy boys. So they're not going to be able to catch each other. Thrown over. Going to start droning up, getting his Spire. And just, you know, enjoying his natural, enjoying his a little bit of advantage here. By a little bit, I mean a lot. He's up 2 workers. And he's about to take a... not the worst fight. Using the building creep colonies is ways to break up the Lings. Very good. All right, Spire coming up here for Taco. Just in time to be defensive. Two Sunkens, and yeah, you're not breaking this anytime soon. All right, what's the play here? I guess wait until mutas are out. Just keep macroing. The problem is, and Taco should know this, no matter what you do, if you go into a macro game right now, you lose. You are already losing. You need to do something right now. Because your opponent's on 2 bases with 3 hatches. That is so much more larva. That is so much more economy. You're going to need to do something about it. We're 19 drones on 1 base. We're 23 drones on 1 base. What? This is so bad. All right. 18 drones on 2 bases. It's a lot more reasonable. All right, mutas are out. But we have Scourge, and we have a 3rd hatchery coming up in the main. That's still not great. That's still lost eco. But we should be able to get all of these mutas. Run, Scourge, run. Get him. Oh, there's one. There's two. Good hits. Good hits. Except we have nothing else that can hit air, so does it really matter? It doesn't matter if you bring him down to 15 health. Like, you can't kill him. You got no spores. You got no mutas. You got no hydras. You got nothing else. And unfortunately for Taco, this is going to spell danger. Well, yep, and now we got a problem, guys. Well, problem for now. Alright, bigger problem. Lots of links. And we don't cancel. That's unfortunate. And we got nothing else. That's double unfortunate. So, a neat little trick is you start with your spawning pool here. You put your spawning pool up like here-ish, right? And you put your sunken right in here. Because then you can drill across it in a moment like this. Oh my god. How many? That guy had 5 kills. Oh, he's doing it. The Scourge. The absolute Scourge. Kills him with bounces by accident. The absolute audacity of this Zerg. Alright, guys. It's looking... Throne hasn't macroed in like 3 hours. It's fine, though. Because, honestly, 45 to 16 supply. 27 drones to 7 drones. I think he's kind of got it, guys. I'm no expert, but I do think he's winning. GG! Let's go! Throwing a bone. Gonna take game number 1. Dude, all of the macro hatches. GG. Incredible. That's what we need in a good ZVZ. Man, who doesn't love a good ZVZ where it's just chaotic? What happened? Some shit happened. Players died. I've been casting the 2v2s for a Brood War Clan League. And let me tell you, they are no different than regular ZVZ. The one that's been going up is 2 Zergs versus a Zerg Protoss. And it's just utter chaos. I love it. And apparently everyone on YouTube is loving it because that video is doing surprisingly well for being a different thing. Like, I think that's still #1 in views for its time period. Now I need to double check, though, because I don't trust myself. Alright, it's top 3 right now for its time region. Absolutely incredible. Who doesn't love absolute chaos? Alright, guys. You know what's greater than chaos? More chaos. What exactly makes it better? I don't know. Let's find out. Because spawning here in the top right-hand side with like the dark gold and really weird color. It's tachometr. And his opponent in the bottom right-hand side. Give it up for Throne of Bone. And we are 5 pulling. Guys, I'm getting something from the studio. Yeah, it appears we are 5 pulling. Alright, guys. Get your shelters, get your trash cans, get your monkey tees. We are 5 pulling. I repeat, we are 5 pulling. All right. Pool is down. I mean, a 5 pool is a great way to try and take a map, especially on a 2-player like Butter. Drone Scout, not likely. At least not for a bit. And especially if Throne of Bone plays like he did last time. Super macro-oriented. We'll see. We'll see how this goes, guys. All right, pool's almost done. Throne is still droning. We have 3 larvae available. And there's the lings. Oh, there's a lot of lings. All right. What you do is you pull 2 drones with your lings, and you build sunken. Trust me, it's hilarious. All right. Second hatch, pool. This is very much the build he did before, right? This is like a 12-12. Maybe his last game was a 12-12 too, and I missed it, but... Alright, so this is visible for quite some time. Alright, he extractor tricks to get more lings instead of building the Overlord. Oh, don't be that forward with the creep colony. My dude. No, you need it back a little bit. Alright, panic time. We're not building the sunken. We need this to be a sunken. Oh, beautiful drill, actually. Insta one-shotting. Alright, lings are coming. We just have to hold long enough. Oh. Oh, the drill is not working. The drill has put 2 drones in the mineral line, actually. That's really bad. Oh, but the sunken's done. Oh. Oh my god, it just barely survives. It can also hit the other sunken. Oh, no. Oh, no. This went from really okay to really bad for Taco. Oh, no. Oh, man. ZBZ turns on a dime, don't it? That's the reason I don't play 5 pool. GG. Smiley face. Throne, you absolute fucking mad lad with a smiley face just for us at home. GG. Oh, man. Good work, Throne. GG's. All right, guys. You know what that means. There's 1 series left, which I'm sure is going to be an absolute banger. Mostly because I know a little bit about the players, and they are very good. Well, I mean, they're very good for Tier 3. Tier 3 is a lot of chaos, and some people stand out amongst the rest. All right, chat, are you ready? 1 more series. 1 more series. 1 more series. Spawning here in the top center. Give it up for WhiteRuski. Sikablet. No drone split. And in the lower right hand side with the red S.C.Vs. Give it up for ash-akwelz. Akwelz. All right, WhiteRuski, do a thing with the probe. Do a thing. All right. Both of these guys, like I alluded to earlier, honorable macro players. The both of them. At least anything I've seen. Anything else is fake news. Simply because I have deemed it so. Walk into my channel. I rule with an iron fist. Gateway going down. All right. What do we guys think? Chat, what do you think? What do you think? In PvTs, are you guys tired of Terrans? Are you guys just like, ugh, another fucking Terran, guys? What are you thinking? That was a weird spot for the barracks. Yeah, he moves it. Alright, Protoss scouting the wrong base first. Classic. Tale as old as time. Alright, there's the cyber. Alright. No one wants to do anything fancy. We're just waiting. We're gonna get a goon first. We'll get goon range. ash-akwelz just content to build up behind his main for a little bit. Oh no! Get the probe! No! Oh, he's juking. He's jiving. He's not gonna let you kill him that easy. Look at him go. Rain's like, I'm not running that fast. I am way too lazy for that. Alright, factory coming up. Union boss supervising. As you know, it's a union job. You need at least 2 guys. Alright, bunker, scout. This is all looking nice and good. Second factory. Alright, we're... 2 factory? What are you doing? Where are you going? You know what? I think it was blocked by the S.C.V, so you had to lift it off and move it. That's painful. Alright, goons here to stare you down. It's like an old western standoff. Yeah, there's a clock tower like right here. So they stare each other down. I can feel viewers just leaving with every joke I make. Guys, I'm sorry. I didn't ask for such a sad sense of humor. But I love you all anyway for sticking around. Alright. Marine comes out to donate his life to the cause. That's always nice. Oh, too close. Too close. Too close. Oh, that goon. That goon's having a bad day. Alright, Nexus down. Scouting S.C.V will get got here eventually. No, what? You're letting him live? Alright, this is a lot of Marines. This is where you go, huh? He's doing something. Alright, mines. Cutting a lot of workers here. But the natural is going down, so that's good. Another S.C.V. Oh, same S.C.V. He got a kill. That man got a kill. I just assumed, oh man, there's no way that that S.C.V survived. No, he did. Not only did he survive, he thrived. He got an absolute kill. He got a prison shank. What a unit. What a literal unit. All right, +1, spinning on up here. All right, vultures trying to figure out how to get out. All right, this poor goon's like, no, wait, come back. No, no, man. All right, this guy is going to place a bunch of mines. Basically to ruin this goon's day. Literally just him. Nobody else, just this goon. You ever do something to ruin one person's day? That's what this vulture just did. He didn't even think twice about it. Double forge. Interesting. Observatory, about halfway done. Alright, so our boy WhiteRuski here is not going to caveman it. He is not a caveman. He has technology. He's going to wait for the observers. Like a Giga Chad. Well, no, I'd guess real Giga Chads would run in anyway. Real Chads are gateway men. That poor Marine. All right. Fourth fact coming on up here. And this tank's just getting free hits over here. Ooh. This goon's like, ah, I'm not going over there. Fuck that. Fuck that. All right, 1-1. Beautiful. Very nice upgrades. Not ones you usually see getting together, but, you know, you never know what's going to happen around here. All right, vultures diligently searching for any other bases. Ooh, this barracks taking a lot of fire. We should probably repair it. It is close enough. There's no reason not to repair it at this point. All right. Academy. More factories. +1 armor. Terran very diligent on his upgrades. Very important. Upgrades, very nice in this matchup. So being diligent about them is very good. He could use like one more factory. Maybe two. Maybe one more factory. I'm going to go Starport. Alright. The mines in the main have started, just in case anything funky decides to happen. Alright, armor finishing up. That puts these goons at 1-1. Alright, starport's out so we can start getting starport units. Basically a science facility. And then later on we'll get vessels. That's basically it. Just lots of vessels. Alright, Protoss taking the other main base. Terran does know about it though. Alright, goons. They don't know what they're doing. They're just having a good time. The goons, they might have had a couple too many to drink at the party, guys. What? Hold on. Hold on. What? Guys, he built a nexus instead of a gateway, which is very impressive, even using grid. Yeah, he did a thing. WTF. Yeah, I don't know. I got nothing for that one. That's just, that is pure ape right there. That is pure ape brain kicking in. All right. Gateways thinking away. No more upgrades. We don't need 2-2. 2-2 is for the nerds, aka Terran. Oh, big engage. Nothing is sieged up. Oh, we siege up and we start flattening things. Immediately start flattening things. All right. Protoss really interested in breaking the spot. Terran probably could do a better job at repositioning our tanks here. All right, we're pushing up onto the high ground now. Everything's unsieged. So zealot bombing not nearly as efficient. Oh, mines though. Hello, friendly fire inbound. Oh, there's a lot of zealots here. Not a whole lot of... No vultures left. There's basically nothing to save these tanks from these zealots. Even unsieged. You just gotta run. It's running time. Oh. Oh, God, the mines. All right, mines doing fantastic work. All right. We save it in the end. Oh. Zealot's taking the hardest path to get in, and they all die. Now Protoss, though, more gates down here. He's going to probably take this Nexus here in a moment. His main base, he's got a lot of money banked up. Admittedly, he could do a little bit better about that, but this is tier 3. This is exactly what you expect. Like, this is genuinely what tier 3 is about. Like, all right, we got some good ideas, or usually macro is the big thing missing in tier 3. You might have a bit of neat micro, but realistically, probably not. as well. But yeah, the macro is the biggest thing that keeps you in tier 3. For sure. Alright, we're going to go ahead and break the front door here. While the whole army tries to push down here. Alright, normally you shouldn't base trade a Terran. But realistically, you should not base trade this Protoss when he has half the map and you have nothing. I do think that 4 goons stand a chance at winning this base trade. Alright, yeah, Protoss has already won. I just don't think there's anything that Terran can do now. Oh, all the goons are dead. That's unfortunate. But yet, so is that last tank. Ah, man. Vessels dying is such a great sound. Alright, we rush the high ground. We tell that Goliath where to shove it. Alright, scans these bases. They are not taken. Gives them a little bit of Terran hopium. You just... Oh, I gotta get that hopium. Alright, we built one vessel. Just one. Nonsense. We got all the Arbiter ingredients, but no Arbiters yet. Man needs to stir the batter up and make an Arbiter. With all these Arbiter ingredients. Yeah, this is looking really great for the Protoss, guys. Running out of ways to say that because, Terran is kind of mining on this base. Just holding out on this base. And that's it right now. Protoss is maxed out. Guys, Protoss is maxed. With 30 more workers. Terran's barely breaking 100. This is one fight away from GG. Alright, Zel, let's get in the shuttle. Kamikaze! Alright, run in, boys. Alright, the mines are doing their jobs, but there's nothing to protect these tanks. Everything's getting on top of them. Oh, no. Oh, my God. What? Oh, my God. What? That was the mine hit of a fucking century. Oh, my good Lord. Damn. GG's. Well, damn. That's how you win a game. You blow up all of his tanks in one fell swoop. Protoss, am I right? Protoss be like, LOL. Alright, guys. 1-0 in the final series. Let's get it on. Come on. Damn, I've killed like 3 bulls this stream. Well, plus more from the pre-stream, but We don't need to worry about that. Because spawning here in the top right-hand side with the red S.C.Vs, give it up for ash-akwelz. And his opponent in the bottom right with the yellow probes. Give it up for WhiteRuski. Ah, yes. In Soviet Russia, Protoss beat you. Yes, it's the same in Soviet Russia because Protoss is that broken. Protoss is broken bullshit. Alright, what's the plan here? Standard, gateway, into gas, cyber. Yo, Brood War Dragon, thank you for the follow, my dude. Welcome. Hope you are enjoying this chaos that is technically labeled a cast. I just hope we're all having a good time tonight. That's really the only goal here. Alright, yep, there's the gas, so we'll see the cyber core as soon as the gateway's done. Probably no zealots. Oh, well, welcome. Welcome to what some might call a cast. We're watching some Coach-Pupil League games. I don't know how familiar you are with that, but it's basically a league dedicated to getting players together and helping them learn. So this is to tier 3, the lowest tier. And this is the last series, actually, of the night. You got in just the right time. Oh! Oh, man. S.C.Vs are good. Look at this killer. He just drilled him. Foreign. These are all foreigners. I don't think there's a rule against Koreans in CPL, but I don't think any Koreans play in CPL. Alright, S.C.V sneaking off to the left. What are you doing, my dude? Just taking the long way home? Or out? Yeah, I guess he's just taking the long way to the store. You want to take the scenic route. Factory coming on up. Yep, goon range, goon. All very standard stuff here. Unfortunately, these guys are too macro for their own good. They're not even going to cheese. So they're not going to give us anything fun and spicy. At least not in the beginning. When these guys hit, though, it's going to be good. Oh, yeah. Ooh. Hello, Mr. Goon. Just walking by. S.C.V. Look at this. Look at this mud. Look at this skeleton thing. Just hoping the goon doesn't notice him. Alright, double factories. Alright, ooh, we might be going to machine shop here. Ooh, that could be fun. I don't think so. I mean, his other games don't suggest he's gonna 2-fact with 2 machine shop here, but last thing you want to do is rule out something and the players immediately do it. Alright, get the Marines out here. Get that goon. Oh, still on, of course. You're here just near the end. We are in our last series, so. But there's still a little bit more fight left in us. Whoa, run, Marine, run. Alright, yeah, only 1 machine shop. That's about accurate with what he's been doing. Alright, tank will show up, and it'll push that goon away. Killing the first goon with the Marines is very nice. Anytime you can get something like that done, you definitely should. Alright, Mr. Tank. Go like here and instantly kill this goon. Are we just... Oh, we're pushing across the map. Alright. We're bringing the boys. Terrans never change. What if we just brought the boys and essentially all in? We gotta repair the tank, though. That is like the #1 most critical part of this push. Everyone get around, hug it. Group hug. You just pull everyone in for a group hug. Alright, Protoss sitting at the top of a ramp. The most OP spot in all of Brood War. And yeah, Terran's like, oh, can't do anything. Guess I'll go home. Ramp is a fantastic unit. Yep, boys go back to work. We'll go ahead and get ready to drop the command center here in a bit. Oh, that's a spot to land your command center. That, or barracks. That's cool. Ooh. Oh, no battle probe. Dang it. I wanted the battle probe. Probius the battle probe. Are we going to double expand? While not building any workers at all? Alright, beautiful. We supply block ourselves to build the exact same depot. What? Alright, guys. Yeah. Alright, guys. Terrans don't care about what you want them to do or what's expected of them. They want to keep it spontaneous. He's like, you know what no one expects? Me to right-click my army onto my supply depot and kill it. Easy surprise for the family at home. Oh, yeah. I mean, we're having fun with it. My casts are a lot more fun than directly informative sometimes. But no, these are all these players here. Oh, sorry, I keep hitting my microphone, so the levels are changing. All of these players here are people who are actively trying to get better. So this is like the fat person at the gym. I will never judge them because they're actively trying to get better, right? It's like, all right, he doesn't know what he's doing yet, but it's fine because he's trying, and that's more than a lot of people. These guys, probably give or take. The way CPL does tiers is it's not directly MMR based. Basically, the preseason we have 2 weeks of just round robin groups, and with that plus your first couple week results, you then get put into tiers 0 through 3. Zeros are basically coaches, like Love Snow is a tier 0 if you know him. Refrigerator. Like, these are like the 18 to 1900 players. Tier 1s, generally speaking, are 16 to 18. Tier 2s are literally anything. Tier 2 is so broad. It's usually just you have a very good mechanic, but you have another very bad mechanic. And that's tier 2. And then tier 3 is we're learning. We're learning. We're figuring it out. I'm a tier 3 player myself, so this is my favorite place. Right at the bottom. Okay. That's a lot of goons. This is a really weird spot for our Terran army, right? Like, the Protoss could easily just come in and then come over, right? With like 6 zealots and then collapse on you. And thankfully he's not in the zealot mood, but the worst part about casting is that I know everything that's supposed to happen, right? Like, I'm very aware of how the game is supposed to be played. I have no idea how to do it when I'm actually playing, though. Like, I can watch I play Zerg, so I can watch a Zerg matchup and be like, oh yeah, the Zerg's gonna take this hatchery at this time. This is when he gets his lair. This is how you move your drones properly. I'll never be able to do it in game. And it's a weird feeling. It's also kind of humbling to watch, like, especially to watch the tier 0 players. And I'm like, bro, you guys are just better than me in every way. It's incredible. All right, battery. That's a little aggressive, but oh. Oh, nice. Now that's how you kill your wrist. I mean, if your wrist is fine with it, then good luck. Like, that's very aggressive on your wrist. Yeah. I mean, the CPL season is just about over, but if you're looking for a Discord active of people around your level, you can do !CPL, join the Discord, hang out, play next season maybe. As you can see, we are there's all levels. I know that I'm pretty sure we have like 900 MMR guys in CPL. In fact, I know we do, because I can think of 2 of them at least. So you're not too bad for CPL. Trust me. No one is too bad for CPL. All right, the quad drop ships. Standard Terran macro. We probably queued all 4 of them up at once. Yeah. I've been playing since 2001. What I would recommend is grid. What you essentially do is you bind your command card to just QWE, ASD, and then ZXC. So everything is just the same 9 buttons. And then it's just about memorizing where things are on your command card. Your hand just stays in one spot the whole time. That's how I play. That's how I play both Starcrafts, actually, is with grid. Keep your hand in one spot the whole time. All right, more factories coming on up here. We're getting our upgrades. We got the drop ships. Haven't used them yet. All right, Stargate, Templar Archives. Very good, very good. All right, Zel is just running through the mines like an absolute maniac, looking for any bases. Tank. This might not be the best of ideas. Oh, are you kidding, dude? APM is just a number, my dude. There are enough people that can prove you can get to S rank with like 3 MMR or 3 APM basically. Like APM is literally just a number. It's about what you do with that APM. If you have 600 APM and it's all just clicking camera hotkeys and you're not building things, you're not doing things, it doesn't matter. If your APM is 40 and it's the greatest 40 actions you can do every minute, then you're golden. APM is a number that too many people get stuck on. Don't mind me. Come for the Brood War, stay for the miscellaneous rants. That's what we're all here for. Oh, battle S.C.V. That should be fun. Wait, how did I get in here? All right, and as with a lot of tier 3 games, it's just passive. So, as soon as I go to say it's passive, WhiteRuski is going to go ahead and absolutely dominate here. There's no vultures. All this army is in a double drop. Like, I'm sorry. How much supply is in here? Too much. And Protoss is just going to wash over because there's nothing here to stop him. He's almost maxed out. Terran's barely at 90 supply. Yeah, this is, yeah, this is GG. Good work, WhiteRuski. Absolutely incredible. Yeah. I mean, he's trying down here. Got some work. Oh, that mine just almost ended his whole career. This drop is not going to win the base race, though. Now, rule number 1 of Starcraft is never base trade a Terran, right? I don't think it matters when the supplies are this different, though. Unfortunately for our boy here. Alright, yeah, this is where we start box selecting and aim moving in here. Now we're killing some goons. We're getting some arbiters. That's cool. Yeah, you just let this live here, honestly. You just kind of ignore it. Yeah, GG. All the army at home gets cleaned up. ash-akwelz has to tap out, and WhiteRuski takes the series 2-0. Nice. GG. Sad Terran noises. No one's sad when a Terran loses. I kid. But damn, that means tier 3 goes to the Notorious S.C.V's 4-1. elspark, the only tier 3 to take a point for the Cattlebruisers. That is absolutely wild, actually. I am genuinely impressed with that result. Alright, guys. It is 11 o'clock, which means it is my bedtime, which means I'm not going to sleep anyway. But what I am going to do is let my voice rest by handing you off to someone who can entertain you people. Oh my god, why am I in the top row right now? Alright, I know I would normally raid Love Snow. But Love Snow's been doing it well recently. So what I'm thinking, let's hit up Caldeer. Caldeer's a cool guy. He's playing Terran. Oh, he's playing his mod. He's playing a modded campaign that he's been working on. So let's go ahead and show Caldeer some love, guys. Thank you all for hanging out. Thank you all for just being here, right? It's been a fantastic time. I think I've had a great time. I hope you guys have had a great time. And I'll be back Thursday with more StarCraft. I'll see you all later. Enjoy your night.